So here is a quick walkthrough of my garden. There are just as many flowers as there are actual plants. So I have some peppers and some flowers here. This whole bed is tomatoes. All 5 of these are flowers. These are tomatoes. These in the buckets are tomatoes. And then I'm still working on these beds, but I didn't think these guys would live. These are broccoli and cauliflower, but I didn't label them, so I don't know if it's broccoli or cauliflower, so I guess we'll see when these bloom. This is a tomato plant that reseeded from last year, so it's a sun gold cherry tomato. It's a hybrid tomato, so this tomato actually might not taste great this year. I'm still debating if I want to pull it out and put like a real tomato plant here, but I don't know, we'll see. And then over here are 2 more tomato plants. This is a sun gold cherry tomato, and this is a Berry's crazy cherry. This one actually already has fruit. This is going to be the first one that actually gives off a tomato this year. Over here I have these ground cherries. They're also known as pineapple tomatillos, and they're like these little berries like this big. Very similar to a tomato. They're part of the tomato family, but they don't taste like a tomato. They taste like a pineapple berry, kind of. And then in these planters, I have strawberries, but some of them, as you can see, aren't doing well. I have this one growing, this one maybe growing, we'll see. And then this one's grown pretty big. We'll probably be able to harvest some strawberries this year from that. I'm pretty sure this is chamomile. I'm not 100% sure. Over the fall and winter, I actually sprinkled seeds all over the yard, and I don't remember what I sprinkled, but I'm pretty sure this is chamomile. This bed I'm gonna turn into probably a bed full of melons. I have garlic here, which I'm about to harvest. This should be ready in a few weeks. I'm really excited for that. Tomato plant. I have a few herbs here just to kind of try them out. I have marjoram, stevia, and then calendula. And calendula is medicinal. Another tomato plant. I have peppers here, plus some flowers. There's a flower there and a flower there to kind of deter pests. Those squares, those are all flowers. And then in these containers right here, I have green beans, tomato, and then there's nothing in those yet. Along this side over here is okra. I've never grown okra. I've had green fried okra or just fried okra, and I thought it was pretty good, so I decided I'd try to grow it. I have an eggplant growing there, and if it doesn't grow, I already have some seeds started over there. And then I just put a bunch of random flowers here to see if they would sprout. I have about 4 sprouts right now of things that have grown. I don't remember what I planted there. I planted sunflowers here. I planted some straw flower here, and then some zinnias over here. I had the kids help me plant some of that. A tomato plant here, and then all 3 of these rows, 1, 2, 3, are tomato plants, and then this row right here is pepper plants. And then over here, I have my diapers drying, just hang drying. And I have all these plants. Some of them I'm going to plant in the ground. Some of them I'm going to just give away to people who are local. I have a flower bush here, tomato plants. I have some cauliflower, broccoli, and red cabbage. I didn't expect these to grow either, and they're growing. Really, only one should have been in here, 1 plant, and I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants in there, so that's gonna be a tight squeeze. I'm interested to see what will actually happen in here, because I really expected all of these to die, and I guess I have a really good green thumb because they're very alive. That right there is a flower. I put some flowers in that. I figured I'd try cinder block gardening. I have a bunch of cinder blocks, so I'm just gonna try to grow a bunch of flowers out of them this year to see what happens. And then in all of these containers, I have different types of green beans. I didn't have them labeled, so now I don't even remember which types are here. I know that one is a yellow wax bean because I put it in the yellow thing, but really, I don't remember what all of these are, so oh well. And then I have this bed right here. All beans, all different types of beans, yellow beans, green beans, pink beans, garbanzo beans, lots and lots and lots of beans, because I love beans and I want to can some this year. I do have like a scarlet runner bean here, which is just a really tall pole bean and it'll just grow up. So I have one growing there. And then the rest of these are cucumbers. And so far, this is the only cucumber to have popped through the ground. So hopefully more pop through the ground. And then I have some more flowers right here. I did have a plant right here, and he was looking bad. Here he is. I actually just tossed him. He wasn't looking so great. And honestly, I already have so many of these that I decided to just throw them out. It was a sun gold. And I'm probably going to put one of these tomato plants, or maybe even a pepper plant, or some type of plant in here. But yeah, that is it. That is the garden. Lots and lots and lots of plants. You know, I have been tending to these plants as seed starts for months and months and months. And I'm not sure I'm actually mentally prepared to take care of this huge garden. It'll definitely be a learning experience because last year I only had 2 raised beds over there. That was it. That was all that I had. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I've been getting a lot of sun this year because I've been in the yard constantly and doing work. And this has definitely been occupying me and keeping me busy, but it also gives me life. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel passionate. There's just something so wonderful and beautiful about gardening. I can't explain it, and I will do my best over the next few years to explain the beauty and the wonderment of gardening. I mean, it's a lovely experience. It's fucking hard, and there's a lot of buggies, and I'm not a big fan of bugs. But it's pure joy for me, pure joy. And I think in this lifetime, we need to find things that bring us joy, that make us happy. And this is one of my things. This is one of my things that make me happy. And so I'm really excited to share this year and to show you what this yard's gonna look like when it's in full bloom. It's gonna look like a freaking jungle in here. I have more like flowers and stuff to plant. Last year I did a bunch of like sunflowers against the fence line, and it was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And I love the idea of like being boxed inside my yard with tons and tons of plants. Oh, I totally forgot. I forgot one thing. I didn't show you one thing. It's a whole row of flowers right here. These are sweet pea flowers. I've never seen a sweet pea flower in person. I've never grown one, and I heard they smell amazing. And so my plan, what I did is I have them like ombre in color, from like pink all the way to like a dark burgundy red. There's like pinks and reds and burgundies and blues and purples. And I have them all like rainbow colored. That's how I planted them. So it's gonna look gorgeous. And they get really tall. They get to like 6 to 8 feet tall. And so when I walk out my back door, that's like one of the first spots I see. And so I thought that would be beautiful to just have all these just tall flowers that smell so fragrant, being the first thing that I see when I really look out into the garden. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how that turns out. I tried to seed start sweet pea flowers. Bad idea. Bad idea. Don't ever do that. I wasted a lot of expensive seeds that are not in stock anymore. But yeah, that's my garden. I'm excited to share this with you guys this year. This year I'll definitely do more garden tours. Last year I didn't really keep up with the garden because I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt embarrassed to share my garden because I couldn't give anybody advice. And even this year I only know like, you know, bits and pieces of information when it comes to gardening, but it's a learning experience, and I'm excited to share this learning experience with you guys and maybe inspire you guys to grow your own food, because in the coming years it's going to be necessary. And I'm glad I'm not coming to this experience out of necessity. I'm coming to this experience with love. And even if you have to come to this experience as a necessity to feed your family, you can still find so much love and joy and even therapy working with nature, really seeing these plants and how alive they are. It's really rewarding. It's really fulfilling. There's just so much love inside the earth, inside these plants, and taking care of them it's been an amazing process. But anyways, that is it. That's my garden. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys get out here and plant something, grow something. It only takes a few seeds to really start a big, beautiful garden. But all right, guys, I love you. Mwah.